Golfers, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is well. In today's video we're going to talk about 4 putting ideas and illustrations that's going to help you develop a sense of confidence on the putting green and also give you the best chance possible of holing more putts on the green and also beating your mates on a regular occurrence. So if you've stumbled across my channel for the first time, please feel free to like the video. The more likes the video can get, the more exposure the video can get, and the more golfers I can help in the long run. Also, subscribe to the channel. Every time I post a video, you'll receive a notification of any department of the game you need assistance with. Idea number 1 we're going to talk about is gripping the golf club. We grip the club as an individual thing. It's the only communication we have with the golf club, and if that's slightly out of sync, then what's going to happen, we're going to have to compensate to try and get the club face back online. So what we want to do is we want to grip it a little bit more in the lifeline of the palm. This is slightly different from a full shot, not in the fingers, more a little bit more in the palm, so closer to your thumb. That is a great analogy to use. Show that club face nice and square. Left hand on the putter, a good analogy to use here is the grip end of the club sets all the way up your left forearm to start off with. If I grip it more in the fingers, the grip end of the club I'll generally get a little bit lower than the base in my left forearm. Feel like your hands are a little bit more anchored on the grip. And the club going all the way up left forearm, you're going to just place your right hand on. So left thumb slightly down the left hand side of the grip. Then I'm just going to place my right hand on. So I'm using the palm, the fleshy part of my hand. So that's a lifeline just below your left thumb and just below your right thumb. What we're going to do, we're just going to grip the club a little bit more in that part and component of the hand. So place the club in front of you. Grip end of the club going all the way up your left forearm. Arms are pretty much at the same angle on the grip. The grip end of the club's dissected through both forearms. So you're just going to place the club out in front of you. So you're extending your arms away from your body. We're going to create some symmetry here. Gripping the club, making sure that face is nice and square. Elbows into the upper part of my rib cage. So my elbows are going to sit just in the front of the upper part of my rib cage. So pull your elbows in from here. So you should feel like you're pulling your elbows into the upper part of your rib cage. Your elbow never gets past the right side of your rib cage. So if you look at the black section part here, I don't want to get the right elbow too far behind that section of my jumper. So I want to feel like both elbows stay, just almost both elbows are dissected through both pockets. That's a good feeling. So both elbows to point down towards both pockets. As you can see from there, my left elbow is pointing down towards my left pocket. Right elbow is pointing down towards my right pocket as well. So we've established the club face nice and square. We're gripping the golf club, elbows into the upper part of the rib cage. What we're going to do from there is we're going to start with our feet nice and close together. Where many people struggle is to get the ball position a little bit too far back or a little bit too far forward. So we need to find the optimal position that suits your type of putting. So we don't want to get the ball too far back in the stance. That encourages a bit too much shaft lean at impact. The ball will come high off the face, the ball will hit the ground first, then jump up, so we reduce the loft. Position is too far forward. As we release the club head tends to overtake the hands. So the putter head overtakes the hands coming into impact, and what will happen is we'll hit relatively low in the face. So if you struggle with putts finishing short of the hole and low contact on the face where the ball generally loses a little bit of speed, what you need to do is just try and get the ball a little bit more in the middle of our stance. Ball position just below our left eye. A good way to establish this, so ball position needs to be just below left eye. Take another golf ball, drop it from your left eye. That should hit the one on the ground. You drop from your left eye, hits the golf ball on the ground. You know you're on to a winner, and that is the optimal ball position that's going to suit you. Ball position off left eye. Grip end of the club almost pointing up towards your left ear. That's going to give you a little bit more of a forward press, but it's going to allow the ball to come off with a little bit more speed, meaning that the ball is going to roll, hands are always going to be leading the club head, as opposed to where the grip end of the club gets back. We add lots of loft, but what's going to happen is that face is going to shut. If you struggle with low contact on the face, just add a little bit more of a forward press, feeling like the grip end of the club is intercepting through your left ear. It's another way that's going to future-proof your putting stroke. So ball position just off left eye, forward press on the grip end of the club slightly ahead, almost feeling like the grip end of the club's just on top of the golf ball. Short backswing, then a long follow through, because that's where we'll have a lot of deviation and speed. So find the optimal position that works for you. If you're somebody that leaves putts short or hits putts too long, find the middle of the club face to start off with. That's the biggest idea and ideology that's going to give you a little bit more success when putting. Try and find the middle of the putter face, because if you have a better success rate of finding the middle of the putter face, the ball comes off with the most optimal and efficient speed every time. Face nice and square. Then we're going to grip the club, elbows into the upper part of your rib cage, tilt forward. My left eye is directly on top of the golf ball. A little bit of a forward press, so feel like the grip end of the club's a little bit more ahead compared to the club head. Then what we're going to do from here is we're going to take a longer backswing and then a shorter follow through. So longer backswing, shorter follow through, let that putter head cruise into impact. So let that putter head cruise into impact, longer backswing, shorter follow through, just a gentle release is keeping that putter head low to the ground on the way through. As soon as we start lifting that putter head up, the leading edge rises and we add lots of lofts. Like the club head rests next to my left foot on the way through, so check your position, my hand's a little bit ahead, the face is nice and square. So let the club head feel nice and low on the way through, and that's going to help the arc of the putter stay relatively level through impact, and that's going to establish a little bit more of an optimal strike through impact. Optimise your putting stroke, and it's going to give you a little bit more success when we're putting. Elbows out, elbows in, tilt forward, grip into the club forward. Longer backswing, short follow through,